Forum to ensure better education for learners. The parents have shut down all the schools in the northern areas, refusing to open them until the department meets the forum's demands. So there in the area, we've got our reporter Lerato Thipa in Port Elizabeth for the latest on this particular story. Lerato, good to have you. Welcome to the program. Tell us what's happening currently at some of the schools in the northern areas.
Well, a very good morning to you, Leanne. Right now we're broadcasting live from Hillside High School, one of the high schools that the parents in the northern areas had planned to do a shutdown. It is 6:45 or about 10 to 7 right now, and there is no movement at the school. But driving around the northern areas, we saw a few kids making their way to school, but more importantly, there's a high guard of police, as parents have said that they're going to shut down schools until the Department of Education heeds to their call. So it's not clear at this stage where the shutdown is going to take place or not, but the various schools here literally locked, and at the school that you are particularly, there's no movement, no sign of teachers, principals or even pupils at this stage.
Talk about the demands. What do parents want, Lerato?
There is actually quite a long list of demands, but if you mind me reading them to you, Leanne, one of the demands is that they want the appointment of staff at schools. They want the appointment of staff to address, in many cases, imbalanced teacher-pupil ratio, with some schools claiming a 48-to-1 ratio. They want the appointment of teachers for children with special needs, and they want the appointment of non-teaching staff such as groundsmen. So there really is a long list, but those are just a few of the demands that parents in the northern areas are making to the Department of Education.
Is there any indication as to how long this is actually going to go on for, the shutdown, and the effect that this is having on schooling? Because as you say, I mean, this is school time, there's not a single student there.
Yes, the parents have said that it is going to happen indefinitely, or at least until the Department of Education meets their needs. It obviously has disrupted schooling. This is the second week since schools have opened, so really a bad time for schools to be shut down at this time. But the parents are adamant that they will do what they can to make sure their children get a conducive working environment for their pupils.
Lerato, just finally, we're going to talk to you in the next hour again, but has there been any intervention so far from the Department of Education?
Well, following the poor matric pass rate last year, where the Eastern Cape got a low of 53.6%, the Premier Phumulo Masualle has been here for the past week trying to find the problem areas in the Eastern Cape, particularly in the Nelson Mandela Bay. And on Friday, actually had a meeting with the Northen Areas Education Forum, where he really proposed two things: that he's going to draft a strategy on how to turn around the situation in the northern area schools, and then that letter will be in their hands by yesterday. And then secondly, he's going to appoint a task team whose role is going to be able to deal with the matters at hand, because he did admit that perhaps there has been a short leg in trying to deal with these issues. But up until yesterday, that letter had not reached their hands, and perhaps that's why parents today are angered and saying, you know what, they will shut down the schools until the department listens and hastens to their deeds.
Lerato Thipa is in Port Elizabeth talking to us about some of the demands of the Northern Areas Education Forum to ensure a better education for their children's schools. Parents have basically insisted that schools be shut down until these demands are met. We'll cross again to Lerato in the next hour.